Good afternoon and welcome to Our World, Our World Power Show. Hey, another Saturday, right? You're here with Lady Pauline and my co-host, Mr. Glenn Greenwich, the Honorable Mayor of Southern Boulevard. And today's show is sponsored by the Chocolate Loft, 113-10 Southern Boulevard, right here in Jamaica, Queens. And if you have a party, a birthday party, wedding, graduation, bar mitzvah, whatever, contact them. Contact Charles, I should say, at 929-504-9200. Thank you all. Glenn.
And welcome. And we have our special guest host, Mr. Rudy Brady, and we have Carolyn Thompson, who's going to be part of our show today. So, Rudy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, first and foremost, thank you all for allowing me back. I mean, clearly I didn't do such a bad job at my last appearance,
No,
which is great.
You did a great job.
Aw, thank
You passed your orientation.
I really did, It's so great. I just figured I'd only be here when the Honorable Glenn couldn't be here. So, of course, I'm like locking him away in some room. I'm trying to keep him captive so I can have my moment with Lady Pauline. But I am still here and honored. So I appreciate that. And I'm glad to be here with you guys. So thank you. Second thing, you talked about the Chocolate Loft, which is a fantastic venue here in the Queens area. So yes, they do birthday parties and all those other things. But believe it or not, those of you, because I know things are not always working out, they do divorce parties too. So if your love is not going the way it needs to, let's celebrate it at Chocolate Loft. Say goodbye to him or her. I know they'll hook you up. Give them a call.
That's great.
Listen, these times and COVID are hard. We got to make a buck any way we can. Divorce parties, I'm about to get rid of her parties, whatever you need. We want to party at Chocolate Loft. Now, all kidding aside, I'm really honored and happy to be here. I'm also really excited that we do have a fantastic guest. So someone that I met not too long ago has an amazing restaurant in the Long Island area. And I noticed some of you watching, Long Island is like the lost world. I know it's like my car didn't go past Sutton Boulevard, but believe it or not, if you take a trip, going to Carolyn's Southern Cuisine is worth it. And we have the amazing Carolyn here. And now I gave you all that praise. I do want you to know that I'm a little mad at you right now.
Oh.
The reason being is there are no ribs, there's no chicken, there's no cornbread here. Lady Pauline, myself, Glenn, and I, it's hard in these streets. We're hungry, right? I'm just saying, you couldn't have smuggled a biscuit up in here, Carolyn. What's going on?
A little something.
Right? Even a glass of sweet tea. Poor Lady Pauline with the water. What's going on?
Lord have mercy.
It's a tough crowd, isn't it?
It is. Carolyn, tell everybody, because we'll never do it justice, a bit about your restaurant, how you kind of got started, and then we got some questions because we just want to know everything about you and about your restaurant.
Oh wow. Well, how I got started, I used the cold. I started out catering.
Okay.
And I started catering I was going through a divorce. I
you
couldn't use that party.
Chocolate Loft. Chocolate Loft.
Chocolate
I was going through a divorce, and I used the catering as a way to heal and a way to get through what I was going through.
Sure.
And I just, it just took off. I started doing different things for family gatherings, and then from family gatherings, the people that were coming to my family affairs, they would hire me for catering, and then it just went on and on and to the point that I started my own business. But that wasn't my into that journey. I wanted to open up my own place.
Okay.
So it just took off from there.
Okay, and you're located in East Meadow, but that was not your first location, correct?
No. My first location was in Amityville.
Okay.
The Amityville Village. We opened up in 2014, and we closed our doors in 2017.
Okay.
So from there, I just revamped myself because I knew that I wanted to continue. I didn't want that to be the end of what I wanted. So I revamped myself, developed a business plan.
Okay.
I also got certified as a MWBE.
Congratulations.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
That's awesome.
very important.
That's awesome.
So with that being said, we do business to business catering, we do private catering, and it's just the love of my life. I love to cook, and I love to see people smile. And because sometimes a person could come in a crappy day, and then they eat something good, and then you put that smile on their face.
Smile.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So what kind of food? I mean, I was joking a little bit before in terms of what you didn't bring us anything. Not that I'm bitter, but what kind of? I know, right? I'm sorry, people. See, this is why this will be my second and last. I am very. I'm telling you, petty wop right here. I'm never gonna be able to last. No. What kind of food can they expect at your restaurant?
You can expect some down home cooking from the Carolinas. That's
Okay.
exactly what you can expect. We do fried chicken, we do catfish, we do whiting, mac and cheese, collard greens. We do mashed potatoes, but it's not just mashed potatoes. It's garlic mashed potatoes. We do our chicken and waffles, our red velvet and waffles. Just a whole different variety of things.
Okay. What about the potato salad? Because I don't eat everybody's potato salad.
Potato salad is a must. It is a must. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I have not had the potato salad yet. People watching. I don't eat everybody's,
Yes.
but I will try it and get back to you on that one, which is amazing. I mean, obviously, and Glenn and Lady Pauline, it's funny because when I'm not here, I truly am a viewer of the show, and I love it when you have guests on and you talk about stuff. And I know one of the primary things that we talk about a lot of times is business and things like that.
Yes.
And I mean, we'd be lying if we didn't say that these times, in terms of this
Are
health
tough.
pandemic, have been very tough.
Yes.
Carolyn, as a restaurateur, how has this impacted you?
Oh, all right. So we opened up February 7th of 2020.
Wow.
As we all know, our state
March.
shut down in March.
Okay.
So it's been
So you're the reason we had this problem. You chose that timing.
So it's been tough. It's
Okay.
been really tough to get because we had to do the curbside pickup. We couldn't let anybody come in. The restrictions, no one can dine in, and even now, people are starting to come out, but it's not like how it was before the pandemic. So it's been very tough.
Okay.
So you've had to adjust in terms of building up your delivery
Yes.
type
Yes.
and pickup
Yes.
services.
We had to partner with different apps like Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash to get just to let people know that we were out there. But it's just like you said, just trying to find ways to be creative to get people to know that we're there and to try to keep the sales up. But it's been it's more like an up and down type of thing with us. But surely we would love to get people to come in and to dine.
I heard you talking about the MWBE. Could you tell the audience a little bit about what is all that about?
Okay.
And why it's important.
Yes.
Okay. It's important, number one, for a minority, a black person, or if you're a minority, to get this certification, because this allows you to get jobs through the government. It's you can get contracts.
Right.
And with these contracts, you're able to partner with certain businesses that you normally would not be able to partner without the certification.
Okay. So without the certification, you couldn't even look at or approach those kinds of contracts and money.
Exactly.
Okay. So what are some examples of maybe?
I just recently did a job for Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was in February, and I'm now contracted with them.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Now, have you put in for the JFK redevelopment? Because JFK is doing $13 billion upgrade, and one of the things that they're looking for are restaurant and catering type of folks to feed the people in the airport, because the newest trend is to get away from all of the McDonald's and
Right.
what have you, and have ethnic food
Yes.
available in the airports. So
Okay.
that's another area, and they have their own certification.
Okay.
But again, it's similar to the MWBE, but it's another branch of it, because with the MWBEs you can certify with the city, with the state, and federal.
Yes.
And JFK, the Port Authority, has its own piece that you can be certified with as well, and you're close enough to be able to make a difference. And it's always great to get government money
Yes.
for the work that you're doing.
Yes.
Well, look at that,
absolutely.
brother Glenn.
Yes,
She
thank
educated
you.
us about MWBE. You taught us now about the JFK.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, it's the hour, power, and knowledge.
Yes.
Love it,
Yes.
love it, love it, love it. So it was interesting because you talked about how basically you had to start utilizing those different apps like the the Uber Eats and things like that. So it sounds like the key for you was learning to pivot, which is
Yes.
a real challenge for a
Yes.
lot of people overall, but businesses sometimes. So
Yes.
what was your greatest struggle in terms of this pivot that you're doing now?
The greatest struggle. The greatest struggle was just trying to get people to know that we were there.
Okay.
Because again, we opened up our doors on February 7th. Everything was going great that 1 month,
Right.
Yeah.
and then it was just like someone just pulled the rug from
Yeah.
underneath you, and you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
So it's just letting people know that we're there. Yes,
Right.
I had a following beforehand because I had the other restaurant, but it just that area alone. I mean, Long Island's a big island.
Yes,
you know?
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, not everybody knows about you. So just that's the biggest struggle for us. It's just
Yeah.
letting people know we're here. Come and give us a try. That's it.
And it's funny because you talked about that part, and it's funny because there's so many people now watching us kind of the way that I do in terms of social media. What kind of role did social media play with you in the beginning? Because you had a very strong presence at one point, correct?
Yes.
Do you want to tell these folks about how critical that was?
Yes, social media I think is oh my goodness, it's very because no one is reading anymore. No one is. I'm so grateful that Newsday did a story on us, but I think really social media, everyone's on their phone. They're always scrolling. They're always looking. I know I'm on the phone. Sometimes I have to tell myself to put it down. Like it's everybody is on their phone. So I think
I even
social.
take it to bed with me now.
Yes, yes.
because
Oh, okay, Lady Pauline.
Yes.
Okay, this is a family show now. Let's calm down here. Glenn, you can come over my way. I mean,
Hope it's not on vibrate.
okay, way to get those ratings up.
Yeah, so but just social media was definitely a key for me. People are always on their phone. They're always looking for exciting things to look at, and I that's another thing that I love to do. I like to constantly, as you said before we started the show, I like to post pictures. I like to post things of our food, and now I want to get into doing more videos so people can actually see what I'm doing in the kitchen. To see how I prepare. I don't want to tell them my secrets, so we have to make sure we keep some of those ingredients out. But just to let them see me preparing the food, you know?
Well, it's a beautiful thing because it's almost, you're truly loving the food and putting your love into that
Yes.
stuff. So I think that's
Yes.
good. Glenn, what were you going to say, my friend?
Well, I was going to ask you what is the platform of preference? What's your strongest social media platform? Would you say? And I know that things may be emerging as well because different ones are emerging. Like TikTok is now becoming
Yes.
very very
Yes.
popular. And I don't know if you're as a restaurant are you able to
I'm
utilize this?
I'm on. I think the strongest one for me is Instagram.
Okay.
I'm on TikTok, but I do it more for my my private, just me.
Okay.
It's not. But once in a while, I will post something about the restaurant. But I think right now, what is geared, what I use for my promotion of my business is Instagram because I find Instagram is very. People look at Instagram more.
It does seem to be and I don't tick, I don't talk, I'm barely on the gram, but I'm trying, and thank God for my team. Shout out to you, Amber, and everybody else who does this, because I know you're yelling at the screen right now. But what I have noticed, though, is that Instagram in particular is that immediate gratification social media thing. You can
Yes.
go there, you can tap it, you can like it, you can shoot it off somewhere, and it's usually really quick. So, I try, for example, to get into YouTube and stuff, but sometimes those videos are so long, I don't have enough time in the day to keep up with that stuff.
Yes.
And then I feel like my grandparents are on Facebook. Like that just feels like the old one now or something.
It
so,
is.
which it is
Yeah,
true. But
yeah.
so I kind of understand that. The other thing though is that it was funny because we had talked the other day, and one of the other struggles that you had shared that I just feel like people out there should probably know, because right now it sounds like you got it all together. You're pivoting, you're cooking, you're baking, you're doing everything,
Yeah.
but you did say that one of your struggles is being a very small team. Is
Yes.
that you are, as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong though, you're like the captain of the ship. Like
Yes.
everything rests on these shoulders here.
Yes.
And what kind of struggle is that like for you?
Having staff it's really it has been very hard. I don't know if people don't want to work. I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like it's very hard to get the proper help. I'm doing all the cooking. I had to make sure everything was prepared before I left to come here because, otherwise nothing would get done.
Right.
No one would get served. So I had to get up this morning and I had to make sure that everything was, made so that way I don't have to worry about, I have to hurry up and get back. So everything rests, like he said, rests on me. In the morning before I start, I have to go back and forth to Restaurant Depot, and then I have to make sure I have all the supplies. So my morning starts with just, trying to get everything that I need for the day, and then making sure I'm there to cook for the day, and then I have to make sure that everybody's there. It's just, I said, boy, I have so many hats.
Yeah.
But,
wonderful.
yeah.
Right. I'm curious though. What is your why? So, for example, when I met, Lady Pauline and then later on Glenn, your why, you do what you do, was that you wanted to get, word out to the community and uplift and inspire and educate people. And that's
like
the mission.
Stories like this.
Yeah, of our world. So you do a lot. You're cooking, you're baking, you're taking pictures, you're on the gram, and you're shopping. Like, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Because it's not easy.
I love it. I mean, that's as simple as that. I love it. And then I feel also my children are my drive. I want to show them that if you go after your dream, if you, regardless of what life it may throw at you, just go after your dream. It may seem hard. Just keep working. You'll get it.
Okay.
So that's my why.
Gotcha.
Have you considered or thought about hooking up with a culinary institute or some cooking association that you may be able to get some folks to come in and do like an internship with you to kind of support your workforce?
Someone did actually. It's funny that you said it. Someone did call me up yesterday, and they told me to go and find different culinary schools and see if I can get some students to come in, and that would possibly help me with the staffing. At least in the kitchen.
Right. Because there are a lot of incubators around. I know here in Queens we've got a couple in the Long Island City area where they just have space to come in because they can't afford their own commercial kitchen, and they come in and they'll use it for an hour or two or so on and so forth. That might be a way to also enhance maybe some of the cuisine that you have available as well.
Yeah.
But I think that might be a way to really, because you're right, this economy, there are a lot of people that for whatever reason haven't wanted to come back to work since the pandemic. Some people are still scared. Some people just don't want to be around, other people. I mean, it's just all kinds of different reasons, and it is harder to get folks to come out and work. And so, but I think that like yourself, I think that are probably cooks that are out there that enjoy cooking that would, if they had a place to come and maybe learn some of your skills and develop the business itself.
And then even I'm sorry.
No, go.
Even just as you said, I actually contacted a school. I forgot I don't even know if I should say the name of the
Don't
school.
get in trouble.
No,
Yeah.
but I contacted the school, and with this school they have trouble. They're not troubled, but they have like kind of sketchy passes. These young adults, they need work experience. So I contacted them, and they did send me some girls, and so that helped a lot. They paid the girls to work at my place.
Yes.
So it worked out, but I think because the funds ran out, they can no longer send the girls. So but it was a big help to me, just to have them, and not only have them there to help me out, but I was able to mentor them.
Yes.
I was able to show them, what it's like in the real work world, So it really was. It actually was a blessing to have this.
Oh, wow.
It's a very important skill set to be able to show our young people skill sets and that you're in business and what it takes to do a business. Those are some of the conversations that we don't always have in our community around the table.
Yeah.
And those are important conversations and skills to have, because you can then apply it to whatever that you take to, or interested in. It may not be necessarily cooking, but you can take that skill set somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it's really great too, because like you said, we don't necessarily have those conversations. You see someone running a business and either they're doing so well well, that like they're living large with a great car and this and that, and you see the byproducts of their success, but you don't really hear whatever struggles they went through to go through that.
Yeah.
But then you see people who've had businesses that for whatever reason have not been successful, and you don't know maybe what were the pitfalls that they encountered along the way. So we don't tend to really kind of discuss that. So it's really kind of good to see that. As a woman in business and as a person of color, when I watch, shows like this and see people like you, and I want to support and I want to help. So beyond literally going to the restaurant and buying something to eat and things like that, what else can I do to support you? I mean, I can think of a bunch of things myself, but what do you need? What would help you?
I would love if you can share my information. Tell someone about me.
Okay.
When you know someone that is doing needs catering for their event, tell them about me.
Okay. Gotcha.
I just feel I think really that's it. It's just tell people that I'm there. Tell them you've eaten the food. Tell
sure
them,
have.
So what the food tastes like.
Although you've never given me the chocolate cake, but I'm just
Oh,
saying.
no. You make chocolate cake?
She does.
watch
She
out.
does.
No,
I'm in a doghouse now.
Yes, you are.
She is. It looks good in that cabinet, Lady Pauline.
Oh, my
But after I bought my ribs and my chicken and everything else, we are in tough times, so I can't afford that dessert. But you think the owner would slide a little something in there in
Well,
the bag?
now you know, definitely, I love chocolate cake, and
Okay.
I love it.
I
I
will
get up
bring
in the
it.
middle of the night, and you can ask my son, and I be sitting on my steps, and I be eating the chocolate cake.
I love it. No, and it's funny. It's important that you just said that. So yeah, and I had said earlier too, is that yes, obviously you want people to come in and buy, but if they could tell people about you, that I think would be
Yes.
such a tremendous help. And we had this whole conversation just a short while ago about social media. All of you on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else right now, literally, if you could share that, share this restaurant, share that page. In addition to that, share this show, Our World Media, the Hour Power. Please share us, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow the Instagram and all those great things. It's important. So there are things you can do to support someone that don't actually cost you a penny
not
a
and
penny.
that make a tremendous impact. So
Yeah.
that'd be good. Now, you said for us to share and talk about you. How do we find you? Where are you on the gram? And you're ticking and talking? Like, what do we do?
Okay, we're on Instagram. We're Carolyn's Cuisine on Instagram.
Now, you spelling cuisine the regular way?
Yes.
Okay, it's not like Q-U-zine or something, Okay,
no,
just
no.
checking.
Yes.
Something fancy, right?
You know how they do, Glenn, right?
I know.
Same thing on Facebook. It's
Okay.
Carolyn's Cuisine. We're also on Twitter, Carolyn's
Oh,
Cuisine. Yes.
you tweet, whatever it is? Okay.
But I feel that for some reason I feel like the Instagram is maybe
Okay.
I need to learn to tweet a little bit better. I don't know what
Listen,
it is.
you're one person. You can't do everything here. I appreciate that, which is
Yeah.
good. So what is the one dish that you, as they say, put your foot in? Like, what's your meal?
I see a lot of people rave about the mac and cheese. They
Okay.
rave about the catfish and the fried chicken.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You know, I've never had catfish.
What?
No, never.
What happened?
Really?
I don't know. I've just been stuck on, oxtail and rice and peas.
Oh, well, listen, if you're going to be stuck, oxtail and rice, that's a good place to be stuck. I understand that.
No,
Wow.
I never had that. I would love to try that.
Oh, so would I. It's a shame we don't know anybody with a restaurant. If only we knew a restaurateur.
Speaking, let's go back to social media for a second. And I'm probably going to date. I am dating myself.
That's okay. I'm right there with you, Glenn.
I was at a presentation. It's got to be, I want to say 6-7 years ago, maybe, or somewhere in that time frame. And one of the things that they talked about was that and this was when tweeting was hot, which is where Instagram is now. But one of the interesting things that they said is that the guy who was at the front of the room said that he had a pizza shop, and he had maybe 2 or 3 locations. He offered a coupon, and that coupon then he tweeted out to his following, and then the people that he tweeted to sent it out to their following.
Right.
And when
Yeah.
you look at it, you begin to get a whole lot of another level of interest that you might not have had
Right.
from your direct following. So there are strategies, marketing strategies around it, and I'm sure there's probably something equating to Instagram now to be able to do that and to proliferate by offering something as simple as a 5 or 10% discount
Oh, yeah.
on a particular day or for a particular time period
Mm-hmm.
or for a particular holiday, so
Absolutely.
that you can drive and generate more business.
Absolutely.
So there's certainly something to look at and to include
Yes.
Yes.
in your marketing
There you
strategy.
go. And if you really want to market, you should just name a dish after me. I'm just saying. Rudy's ribs or something. I mean, I will give you a bunch of photos to put on the menu.
Look.
Actually, with a red.
Knife and fork.
Exactly, right? We'll go viral.
Matter of fact, I'll promote your restaurant right here.
Exactly.
We can figure out a way that people can go
Right?
and get a discount. You know,
Seriously.
we'll mention it right,
Right?
here
Lady
on
Paul- right?
Yeah, WGJS radio.
Exactly. Lady Pauline's peach iced tea. Come on, we can do
Yes.
this, right?
Something.
Glenn's greens. We can do a whole menu right here. I love that. If you could go back in time and you know, knowing what you know now, tell yourself when you were starting out, obviously avoid the pandemic part, but what advice would you give to yourself?
Don't get discouraged. Don't
Okay.
be discouraged.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's really it. Just looking at what we're going through now
Mm-hmm.
with the pandemic, it's not over. I know people think it's over. I got my shot. It's over. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No.
It's still here. You know, it's hit everyone. But I think I would tell myself it's gonna be all right. Just keep fighting. It's gonna be all right.
Gotcha. Random question, but that's just the way my mind works. You've got this amazing restaurant and this incredible menu. What do you serve for Thanksgiving? Like, what are you eating in your house? Are you frying the turkey? Like, what are we doing?
No. I've never been into fried turkey.
Okay.
I've never
I
been
won't hold it
into that.
against you.
Yeah.
But so, like, what are we serving? What happens? What's going on?
We serve. We do a little bit of variety of different things. We like to do a little Caribbean. We like to do soul food.
Okay.
My other daughter, she likes Italian food. She's into pasta, so we have to make sure we have our pasta for her.
Okay.
And so we have a different variety of different things we like
Okay.
to cook on
Good to
Thanksgiving.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know something I want to find out from you? Who inspired you to of your
that's-
thinking?
yeah.
Great question.
Yes.
Great question. It was my grandmother and my aunt and my mother. I call them my soul food queens.
All right.
Yes, but definitely my grandmother and my aunt. They lived in Great Neck. My mother would drop me off over there during the summer. And I used to think it was just like, oh my God, punishment! I have to stay in the, I would have to stay in the house, and I would say these two old birds. I would have to stay in the house with these two old birds. I wouldn't say it because back in the
Oh,
day,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, you get the
No.
backhand.
Yes, you would.
But they would have me peeling potatoes. They would have me peeling apples. They would have me there just in the midst of them cooking because they were from the South. They would just have me there. I would be, breaking over the
Greens?
string beans. Yes, the string
String
beans,
beans,
and just cooking with them. And that inspired me. After, as I got older, I started appreciating. I saw that actually what I thought was a punishment was actually they were handing down to me gifts. They were giving me their recipes. Their recipes didn't die with them. It stayed with with me. So and I really I'm just grateful for that. They're my inspiration.
Well, that's great to hear. We have to take a commercial break, but when we come back, I got a few more questions for you. You're watching the Our World, Hour of Power. Please don't forget to like us on Instagram and follow and all that great stuff.
Yes.
All right, how you guys doing?
Wait, how'd you get your video like that? Is that 4K or something?
Right, you got us over here looking like a hot mess.
No, it's actually a powerful live streaming app for Mac called Ecamm Live. You know what? Let me show it to you real quick. So you're able to use your mirrorless camera as a virtual webcam, and you can tweak the colors right in Ecamm Live using their camera effects, and then bring this video right into Zoom, Google Meet, and pretty much any other virtual meeting app. You can even stream directly to Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn and bring in comments right onto the video. And you can customize the look, size, and position of the comments right in the app. Or you can even add your logo to the corner of your video, or yourself, or both. There are plenty of picture-in-picture styles to choose from if you're sharing your screen for a tutorial or doing a presentation, and it doesn't have to be live. You can use it to record a course and eliminate the need to have to edit it later, all in 4K quality. And if you got a green screen, you can set it up right in Ecamm Live, and you can bring that into your different meetings. If you're feeling fancy, you can move yourself into the corner of your frame to do a commentary or a reaction video. You can even add in video clips just by dragging and dropping it in. Pretty much everything's drag and drop. Y'all follow me? Okay, good. So if you want to step it up a notch, you can add some overlays to your video, whether it's a simple graphic or you want to have some titles or other info at the bottom of your screen. You can even add animated overlays like this one or this one. And with Ecamm Live's interview mode, you have full control over the look and feel of your broadcast. And you can add branded overlays to frame you and your guests and look like a real legit broadcast. And you can save each layout as a scene and switch between them with the press of a button. You know, these days between virtual meetings, school, live streams, we on video all the time. So you just want to show up in a way where you can be confident and proud of. And for me, Ecamm Live is at the center of it all. Did y'all get all that?
You were on mute.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
As a young girl, I just grew to love using power tools, pouring concrete, and doing things that were scary and loud, and yet I looked around and realized no other girls are doing these things. As I grew up, I realized that girls need to see themselves in this space. Start here. So that's what I set out to do, and I became an educator and a mentor for young girls. No masks down till clear. Making teaches girls how to think of their ideas as important. Go light. It changes the way they think about what they're capable of. If I can fuse metal, what can't I do? Perfect. Look at how good that was. And so I think making for girls is about voice, and that's what's really exciting because we're building the world we want to see for ourselves. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
You made your house a reality. Homeschooling yourself on loans, color-coding listings, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. If you can ace house hunting, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Somehow, I don't think we are being seen, but maybe we're being heard.
That's fine. That's fine.
Go ahead.
Let's talk a little bit about our sponsor, Chocolate Loft. It's located at 113-10 Sutphin Boulevard, and the contact number is Charles 929-504-9200. And what you want to know about the Chocolate Loft? It's a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's got two levels.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Two levels.
And a backyard.
Oh, and a backyard.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
So
Sounds wonderful.
It's really a warm place to visit and to have events, and and they don't cater, so
Okay.
caterers to bring food in for them. So if they're having an event, this catering.
I think you better call that number.
Yes.
We're here with Carolyn of Carolyn's Southern Cuisine, located in East Meadow, New York. And I, of course, am Rudy, one of the guest co-hosts today, which is an honor. Carolyn, we were talking before, and I know that Glenn had a really good question for you. And, you know, I think he kind of almost defined it a bit about the sausage making and what goes into making things happen. So in terms of like capital and, you know, basically just breaking it down, getting the money you need to do the things you want. What has that been like for you?
That's been a struggle as well. We were able to get the PPP. It was very little.
Which, for those people who don't know,
thank you.
Paycheck Protection Program, which was a post-pandemic that was provided by the federal government. Go ahead, please.
Yes. We were able to get the EIDL grant. Again, it wasn't that much that we got from that. It was just I was able to kind of just put a little side for, you know, towards employees, and then I gave a little bit towards rent. I did actually apply for the SBA disaster loan, and that has been a struggle as well. Just trying to get them to see that I was actually affected by this whole thing with the pandemic. I applied the first time, I got denied. I applied the second time, I got denied. So then I went back again, and I'm praying that this time they'll see, because the qualification for it, you have to show that you had some type of financial hardship. You have to show that you were in business before the pandemic, which I was. And, you know, I'm just hoping that this time they'll see, you know, that my that my financials had dropped, you know, that I've been struggling financially to keep things running.
Right. And so I think what I want the listeners to really understand and hear in this conversation is that there are programs that are available to support businesses. And of course, the pandemic has been an extraordinary event in disruption to business flow. And restaurants and small businesses are the key people for employing a workforce. And of course, in our communities, it's so important for us to be able to train up and bring up our young people. So the process is important, but also having good records.
Yes.
You know, as a small business, and especially a small black business, it's so important to have your taxes, your accounting. What I've heard and have been a stumbling block for some people is that they don't report all the income, and when they don't report all the income, the underscore of that, they do that so they don't have to pay taxes.
Right.
However, when it's time for you to borrow money or get access to capital, you don't have that income to show
the revenue,
that you can pay it back.
Absolutely.
So sometimes small businesses hurt themselves by not reporting all of the income, worrying about the taxes, but it also has complications. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that as a business, you have your own credit score. So it's not just the owner's credit score, but as a business, you have a credit score, and that's what they use to base your access to capital on. But I wanted to get back to the two PPP and the EIDL. Both of those programs were dependent on the banks that you were doing business with, because of course they had all the information in terms of your account. And I wanted to emphasize the importance of having a good banking relationships. Not all commercial banks are equal. And it's important that when you have a good relationship, a banking relationship, that's the kind of thing that also leverages these kind of SBA programs and so forth. So it's really important.
Glenn,
to
what
have
do you
that.
mean by a good banking relationship? I mean, I use my debit card, but what does that mean? So people watching.
Oh, you mean when I go into the bank and I interact with the tellers
Right.
and stuff? No, is that
Right.
what you're talking
Do I
about?
bring them coffee? What does that mean? Then? Break it down.
You bring some ribs.
Don't you give the banks what you haven't given me now.
I know that's right. So what I mean by a banking relationship is that you want a bank that is considerate and knows your position, knows what you're up to, has an idea of what your vision is. You know, if the banker doesn't understand and know what you're up to and what your vision is, they're just going to look at you on paper. Because so many times when you look at a business, the paperwork may be okay, but it's the vision and the experience and the vision of the entrepreneur that will take it to another level.
Okay.
And so when I'm looking for a relationship with a banker, I'm looking for someone who's not just a numbers person, but actually sits down and finds out what am I up to, what's my vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do I want to be in 5 years?
Right.
And as a bank, you have to support me in that. Now you also want to have a good accountants as well to position you so that you are in a position financially to get loans and get access to capital.
Yes.
So there are different
Gotcha.
ways of looking at that, but you want your bank to be in your corner to say, well, this is not exactly what we're looking for, but I have a relationship with with this entrepreneur, and I want Carolyn to go to the next level, and she's right there. She just needs $100,000 to get to this next level, and I'm sure that we'll get our money back because that's the banks want to give. They really want to give people the money, but they also want to make sure that they get it back. And if there's any hesitation about that, then they'll deny. But sometimes it's known. Oh yeah, Carolyn's food is great, and I know that she'll do well, and she's looking to get a couple more employees, and she needs this to build out that to be able to have that, like that. So that's
Gotcha.
what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. And so I guess people watching or people like Carolyn, the idea is not to necessarily get so caught up in this automated online world, because nowadays sometimes it feels like you can't even find a person at a bank. It's deposit from your phone, and, apply online for this, and you don't it's hard to sometimes even get to a real person. So it sounds like that you're almost advocating that we take that extra step to find a person and develop that relationship kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
And when you find that relationship, don't forget to wear your mask.
Yes, good point. That is true. That is true. That is true. Carolyn, where do you? I mean, everything obviously is going to work out for you because you've struggled and come this far, and I only believe you're only going to go to the next level. But where do you want to be in the next, say, 5 years or 10 years? Where will Carolyn's Cuisine be?
The next 5 years, I'm looking to open up 2 more locations.
Okay.
I you know what? I think I want to come more west. I want to come more west.
Come to Queens.
Yes. I
Okay.
want to come out here.
Make sure that Lady Pauline gets her catfish.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And I'm also looking to get my products into supermarkets, Walmart. And,
What are your products?
we have our mac and cheese egg rolls, which is one of our appetizers.
Ooh.
Yes.
I have not had that.
Yes. Well, you got to try it, Rudy.
Okay.
All right. I'll hook you up.
Okay, you heard that world. You heard that our world. She said it.
You gotta hook us up.
That's right.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on down. I'll hook you up.
Okay.
And I'm looking. We also have our sweet potato. I call it yam pudding. Most people will say it's like a casserole.
It is good. I've had
Yes.
that. I've had that. Yes.
And
It's better cold.
Yeah. You think so?
I do.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because then it's more like pudding. So
Yes.
you called it pudding, and then
Yeah,
I ate it and it was
yam
hot,
pudding.
and I was like, "What is this?" And then I forgot it because I was trying to be back on the diet, and then I found it in the fridge late. It was good. It was good.
It was good. Okay. And then I want to do not like Stouffer's, but I want to do like a frozen mac and cheese. So
Okay.
those are the 3 items that I want to start off with.
I love that.
And you know what I love about it is that these are definitely different streams of income. So these are how you diversify your business, so that it's not just all in-house dining
Right.
or pickup and deliveries.
Yeah.
You also have a line associated that you can produce for some of the
Absolutely.
for the big name companies. That's great.
That is great.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
What kind of legacy are you hoping to leave? Are your children into this? Do they cook?
Well, my daughter, I had told you about my daughter. My daughter, I actually taught. She knows my recipes, but she boils my biscuit, whatever you want to say, burns my biscuit, because she takes my recipes and she changes it, and she tweaks it. But then again, I have to remember what I did to my mother. I
Exactly.
did the same thing.
Yeah.
I got the basics and then I changed it. But my legacy, I want my children to be able to. I want them to take over. I want them to be able to run the business. I do have actually 3 sons that like to cook.
Oh, great.
As well,
Wow.
and then she cooks as well. She cooks and she bakes. So they all have a little touch of everything.
That's
So,
fantastic.
yes.
Well, I think truly if the family can just band behind this, that's fantastic marketing, and it just really, again, shows the love and stuff like that. So very exciting, which is good. Now, you are a phenomenal cook, but everybody struggles. Is there anything that you don't make so well?
I'm not a good baker.
Oh,
I'm not a good
okay.
baker.
Okay.
I can bake. I can do pies. But that's
Like a
where,
real pie, or are you warming up a Mrs. Smith's? Like, what are you talking about?
No, a real pie. I
Okay.
can do that because remember I told you my aunt had me in the kitchen with her. So I can
Peeling those apples and stuff.
Okay.
Right?
So I can do homemade pies, but my
Okay.
daughter, like I said, she's better than me when in that baking area.
Okay.
She can do her. She does.
You can do the
cheesecake
crust
bites.
too?
Yes, I can do the crust.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And she does it baked? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Now, so
So-
what is it you don't do so well? Like, can you make a good cookie? Can you?
No.
You can't? Okay.
No, not
Okay.
a good cookie. I have to be honest. I have to go to the store and get the little ones that you put in the oven.
You heard it here, people. True confessions. Oh, I love that. Wow.
Well, you know what? What I'm thinking is one of the culinary students that you bring in, maybe they'll
Do the
be able
baking.
to do the baking for you,
Yes.
and bring that, add that to your repertoire.
Yes, I would love that.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I know that these two fantastic people here don't know is you also at one point had a cooking show.
Yes, I do.
Oh no,
Yes, I
really?
do.
Yes, a cooking
Yes.
TV show. Tell us all about
Yes. It was we actually shot it in my home. It was I actually have it on a YouTube channel. Why did you say that?
it. Because you're a celebrity chef. Come on, put it out there.
So we would shoot it in my my home in the kitchen, and it was just every week we would do something different, like a different recipe, and I would just show how how it was prepared. It was
That's
really good.
fantastic.
I would love to have that on my network. Wouldn't you?
What,
Would you like
see?
that? Cooking
Yes.
show, somebody just, they be diverse.
And that's why I put it out there. See? Listen, I'm trying to earn my name on the menu. I'm gonna do something. Whatever it takes.
I might have to name the ribs after you. I don't know.
Something, believe me. Now, only do that if it's a good selling item now. I
yes.
can't have a canceled, discontinued menu item. That's not good for my rep. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
I want to ask you one other thing. What haven't you put on the menu that you would like to put on?
Well, we already have a lot on the menu now, but I was thinking about adding on like ribs. Not ribs.
I was going to say you have ribs.
Not the ribs. I was thinking about putting on like, just different things like that's what it is. Lamb. I wanted to put on more lamb. I was thinking about putting like lamb chops.
Oh, lamb chops.
Yes.
Nice.
I
With
was
like a southern flair kind of thing
Yes.
to it? Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
I know my daughter had mentioned to me that she wanted to do more seafood because the seafood that we do now, we do have a grilled salmon that we do. We also have the whiting, the catfish, and the shrimp. But she wants to do more like a lobster. She wants to do something like that. So I was thinking about adding on more seafood and also adding on the lamb.
Gotcha. Oh, and before we forget, for people watching, and they've already kind of thought about not coming to your restaurant or eating there, you have vegetarian and vegan dishes,
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
I was going
absolutely.
to ask about that. That's
Yes,
great.
absolutely. Because I want everyone to be able to come in. I don't want anyone to ever come in, like say if they want to dine with their family and say, well, there's nothing on this menu that I can eat. I'm vegan. There's nothing that I can eat. I'm a vegetarian. And, so, and as a matter of fact, I don't do my my vegetables with any meat in it because I want everyone to be able to enjoy it. But trust me, they're good. They're
Excellent.
very good. Yeah.
They
Excellent.
definitely are. Now, for those people who are, not necessarily vegan or vegetarian, but health conscious, and they instantly think, oh, well, I can't eat those ribs or I can't eat that. what would you say to those folks? I mean, because your food really, to me, is pretty healthy, and obviously everything has to be eaten in moderation. But what would you say to those folks who are like, oh no, I can't eat Southern food; it's too fattening?
See, that's a bad concept that I think that Southern food has gotten. They think when they think of Southern food, they think grease, they think butter, diabetes,
butter,
they think,
that's right.
But you can cook it in a way that it does not have to be unhealthy, and that's what I do with my food. Not everything is fried. Not everything is smothered in butter and gravy and stuff like. No, so like Rudy said, there's a healthy section, and there's that we have a fried section, yes, but everything, I make sure that everything is in moderation, and that it's not bad, So I think that's a bad rep that soul food has.
Gotcha.
Is that it's unhealthy and I can't eat it.
Okay, I gotcha. Peach cobbler.
Oh yes, it's on the menu. Peach cobbler, banana pudding, chocolate cake.
Oh yeah, please, that chocolate cake.
See, you
brownie.
see, and Lady Pauline, not a cookie, not a crumble today. You see how she is? You see?
No, child, nothing would be left on that plate.
Right. As soon as this show is over,
and
we're
you
gonna
said
go.
you serve shrimp too?
Yes.
Oh,
we do a grilled shrimp salad. We do a grilled chicken salad, and we also do a garden salad.
Nice.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
So, Glenn, you have to take me out to dinner.
Yes, you have to both come get your Rudy ribs.
I like that name.
I do too.
I might have to do it.
We will have to do that. I love that. Oh my gosh. It's really been great having you here as a guest. This is so much fun.
Yes, it is.
I bet you have no idea what my favorite menu item is of yours.
No, I don't.
You don't. Believe it or not, folks, she has the most amazing barbecued fried chicken wings.
Oh,
they were incredible. The sauce was like I don't like a lot of hot, so it was just a little like sweet heat, if that makes any sense for those of you watching. But my favorite part about it was that the chicken, it was more meat than bone, because that really upsets me when you get the chicken and you take a bite and all you get is like a big bunch of bone, and then you're picking away at the little wingtip part trying to get something out of it. It was perfect. It wasn't oversized like what's in this thing, like is it like genetically whatever, but it was like real regular size, but it was really good, and I love that. The other part that I like about it is your food, which people don't realize as well, because of course I haven't been there necessarily yet, made to order, which is fantastic. So you go in, you order, and then they make it there. But here's the best part, you guys, Lady Pauline and Glenn. It's quick, because I don't like to wait. Mr. Rudy has no patience. Like, I'm not ordering my chicken and waiting, 85 minutes. 85 minutes. You're sitting there and, they're doing something else. They're sweeping the floor. They're doing and I'm waiting on my chicken. Is it burning in the back? I ordered. They got me in. They got me out. They cashed me out. It was perfect. So your customer service and everything was phenomenal. So I appreciate that about you. You do. In addition to that, the location is beautiful. It's really, it's just, you can sit in if you choose to, and it's beautiful and clean and very nice. So kudos to you. I love that about that.
Please tell the audience again where you're located, how they can reach you, so forth and so forth.
Okay, we're located at 2564 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow. Our telephone number is 516-396-0660. Again, it's 516-396-0660.
And you have a website?
Yes, our website is www.carolyns.kitchen. No net, no com. It's just Carolyns.kitchen.
Carolyns.kitchen. Keeping it simple. And she's got great pictures of good food.
Yes.
And I will also say, this is my last plug, because I'm truly a fan, but I love to eat there, which is why I got this whole problem, is that the pricing is so good. It is so reasonably priced for... it's fantastic. So I'm very proud of you, and it's an honor to know you. And I've only known you for a short while, but I just am so impressed by you and your spirit, which is great.
Thank you.
All right, give it to us again. Where can we reach you?
The telephone number is 516-396-0660. Again, it's 516-396-0660.
And how do they
you're
find
on
you?
Instagram?
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Not on TikTok.
Not yet.
And it's Carolyn's Cuisine on all those social media places?
Yes, it's Carolyn's Cuisine Incorporated, yes.
Excellent. All right. Well, look at that.
And Rudy, It was an honor to have you on again as our co-host guest.
Honor's
And
mine.
I want you to come back. I think we set something up for you to come back.
I'll be back here every day. You don't listen. Just put my name on the chair. I'm set.
We can do that for you, Rudy.
I will do that. I don't ask for much. I'm very modest.
And how can people reach you, Rudy?
Our World Media, of course. No, I'm only kidding. You can go to ruderangers.com. You can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook, Rude Rangers Unite, and we are on the Twitter and all that other stuff, but I don't do any of that. So just go to ruderangers.com. You can find everything. And if you want to come see me in person, I'll be at Caroline's Cuisine waiting for my ribs named after me and my catfish for me and Lady Pauline and everything else and my Glenn's Greens. I'll be right there.
Oh, Glenn's Greens.
That's right, Glenn's Greens. Listen, we gotta get Glenn in here. He's my new buddy. Are you kidding? I mean, it's the least she can do. Glenn gave her all that great business advice. You should get a consultation fee.
Oh, God. This has been a great show. And Glenn, tell the audience how they can reach you.
Well, they can reach me at Sutphin Boulevard, Business Improvement District, 718-291-2110. But I want to let you all know that we're having Thanksgiving dinner giveaways this Thanksgiving right downstairs from here, 9065 Sutphin Boulevard. And from 10 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have 800 dinners given away that Thanksgiving. And upcoming next month, we're going to be collecting books, toys for the homeless shelter on the Van Wyck that we're going to be supporting. So please contact us, give us a call, or come to our website, www.sutphinblvdbid.org.
Excellent. And Lady Pauline, where can we find you?
Oh, wow. Let me see now. I think you can find us on Our World Media. And you can find us you can subscribe, I should say, to our YouTube channel, Our World Media #1.
That's right.
And don't forget, we also can be heard on WGGSradio.com.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of places you can see us and hear us. Also, our Roku channel and
Spotify, Apple TV.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
We're
Global
everywhere,
people.
yes.
Our world. We've got it.
That's why it's called Our World.
Amen to that.
Well, this has been a pleasure having everybody together.
Thank you for
and we
having
have
me.
to do it again. Yes. You've been listening to our Power Show here with Lady Pauline and Mr. Glenn Greenwich, the Honorable Mayor of Sutphin Boulevard, and Mr. Rudy. Rudy, thank you so much.
Pleasure
again,
is all mine.
I will want you to come on more often and
I'll be here.
And be part of it. I just love everything,
We love you.
Thank you for my lovely guest.
And thank you,
please
Carolyn.
Don't forget that chocolate cake.
I will not. When I see you walk into the door, I'll make sure I give it to you.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right,
you.
take care, audience, and catch you all next week, same time, same place.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.